come on. There we go. All right. Ho! Look at that. It went blink. Hello, friends, and welcome to episode 91 of Modded Minecraft Survival with me, SkitzTGPG. I'm excited. Today, we're gonna do some more stuff with radiation, kinda. Sorta, a little bit. Maybe. We're gonna work with uranium and stuff, but also chemicals and gases and acids. It'll be great, you'll see. 'Cause I want to gain access to the mechanism fission reactor. Right, Grendel? Grendel? Oh, you're in the other room. Hi, baby boy. We're gonna build a fission reactor today, Grendel. That's going to access a lot more power, but more importantly, it's going to give us access to a new material, which we desperately need. So we're gonna look into that to upgrade our stuff, and we're gonna be working with a lot of dangerous shit today. Man, that anti-rain thingy is loud. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna focus on mechanism a little while today, and we're going to work on building a fission reactor. Like I said, we're going to go down to our generator room. And I've already made a little chamber to put the fission reactor in. There's fission reactor casings here. So we're gonna look into that a little bit. So basically, we need polonium pellets in order to make the mecha suit, which is something I really want to build. To make that, we need polonium. Polonium is made by activating nuclear waste. Nuclear waste is made by burning stuff in a fission reactor, specifically fissile fuel. We're going to be putting sodium in ours, just because I want to make sure I get extra superheated sodium. We can generate steam whenever we want. Before we build this, we should look into the turbine. Okay. So if we have this fission reactor room here, we need to build a turbine room. I guess the turbine room we can put adjacent to this room. So let's do that. There. Okay. Now we have a turbine room as well. That's fun. We like that. Okay, so now let's build the turbine itself. To do that, we're going to need to build the turbine casings. I'm going to build 36 of them for now. And the turbine needs to be a square, like a cuboid. Right, so let's see. Here's the center. You know what? Maybe we'll swap the positions on these. Says the perimeter, of course. Needs to be of those, but we can make turbine glass. Structural glass, that's what we want. Let's go Go ahead and make some structural glass. Turbine blade. Oh, okay. Gets attached there. There we go. Look at that. All them blades set up. I need to make it taller, apparently. Okay. That looks like it's apparently the right size. Now we need a rotational complex. There's that. Bang. This is the thingy that goes on the top of these. Okay. Now we need pressure dispersers. Okay. Says surround that entire thing with the pressure dispersers. There's a lot more to this than I thought, but it's mechanism, so I should have expected that, really. Go. Alright. Let's fiddle with this. We don't need the structural glass here. In fact, that's in the way. Alright, so now we need... Now, remember, we don't need this turbine to generate a lot of power. We just need this to have somewhere for shit to go. Because we have plenty of power right now. It's the material this generates, or not the turbine, but the reactor itself that it generates. So we're gonna just get one of these set up. Now it says these electromagnetic coils need to touch everything down there. Okay, now we need 2 turbine valves. So let's get 2 of those. Whoops. Let's do 1 valve there. Oh, there. Okay, we got 2 valves. Now what? Okay, we need saturating condensers. Oh, come on. There we go. All right. Oh, look at that. It went blink. And now look at that. That's a completed turbine. That looks sick. Okay. All right. So now we've got a turbine set up. Let's work on a reactor. Let's work on the reactor again. Okay. We're going to do a... Yeah, we'll do a 3x4x3. We need fission reactor casings. Now, something to note about the fission reactor here is if it goes kaplooey, we're going to irradiate this whole area. So I'll just have to be careful. I'm really good at being careful. What are you giving me that look for? What? It'll be fine. It'll be fine. So now, okay. Edges of the outer shell must be made of fission reactor casing. Now we make this like that. And then I'm pretty sure the ceiling needs to be all filled in. There. We have the casing for our fission reactor. Ooh, we need lights in here. We got the glass for that room, but... Okay. Now it's a little bit more well lit. We can see what we're doing. We're going to get a port and a logic adapter. Okay. Reactor port. It requires 4. Okay. Damn it. Oh, no. Oh, we're out of steel. Easy peasy. Let's make some steel. Enrich this real quick. Here we go. Refresh our steel stockpile a little bit, which means we can make more of these. Okay, so the fission reactor ports, we should get reactor glass too. That should be enough. There we go. Put these in here. I don't know what I'm doing, so if you're watching this hoping to get some hints and tips, you're in the wrong place. Sorry. One on the side. One on the side. Two in the back. And then we need a logic adapter. Which feels like a good thing to have. Put that on the left. And we just need to fill in the last of the glass, question mark? And this should... But didn't... Strange. Okay, we need control rods. One by one block wide column made of 1 to 15. Okay, we need fuel assemblies. Okay. And a control rod assembly. So if we put fuel, 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 control rod assembly. Ah, there we go. It did the thing. Look at that. Okay, so we have a fission reactor GUI. Right now there's no heat going on. It can take damage, heating rate, burn rate. Okay. Okay, so we've got all that set up. We need some stuff to put into it, specifically fissile fuel. Let's focus on making that. That needs uranium hexafluoride, which is a combination of hydrofluoric acid and uranium oxide. What do we need for uranium oxide? We just need to put yellow cake uranium in a chemical oxidizer. Okay. I think we have a chemical oxidizer, don't we? Could have sworn we did. If not, we'll make one. Ah, chemical oxidization. Here we go. All right. So now we need to take yellow cake uranium, which is made by enriching uranium in a... Okay. So we'll grab some yellow cake uranium. Hooray! Look, don't eat. It's not the kind of cake you think it is. Unless it is. In which case you got problems. So, we've got the yellow cake. Now we need to throw it through a chemical oxidizer to get... what's-his-face. However, this is already connected. So we're going to make a separate one for the uranium. Yeah. We're going to make a separate chemical oxidizer for that. And we want this to be able to... Oh, boy. Let's bring this up to our gas and fluid production. Yeah, here we go. Here's some hydrogen, oxygen, chlorine, sodium. Okay. So what if we put the oxidization chamber here? Put an exporter and an importer. We're going to export, and this is a gas, so can I condenserate it? I can, to liquid uranium oxide. Let's do that, because then we can move it around easier. Cool, and that gives us uranium oxide. That is a chemical we need. So, let's go ahead and grab a cable. So that's going to process that until it runs out of power, of course. Grab some cables. There we go. All right, so the oxidizer's running and generating the first chemical that we need, which is uranium oxide. Now we need to get that uranium oxide liquefied, so let's make a condenserator. Right, and then let's get a tube? Pipe? No, we need tubes for gases. That's right. Oh my god. So we're going to put a tube right there. That's outputting uranium oxide. We're going to put the rotary condenserator here. Look at that. It's already running. There. Okay. So now this is creating liquid uranium oxide, which is fine, because now we're going to throw the importer on that boy. I'm going to say, hey, your fluids, you're going up. And then this is going to say, bucket. I'm going to say, you only take that. Then we connect you to the system. I'll do it a little bit out of the way just in case it gets busier over here, but I think that's going to take care of that. So now we've got liquid uranium oxide generating. That's pretty cool. Everything here could be running faster, which is what we're going to do next. So mechanism. Okay. We're going to need 8 for each of these. And we'll do the speed upgrades as well. And we're going to do the refined storage upgrades so the stuff keeps moving through. There we go. Now it's pumping that out as quick as it can. If we upgrade this, look at that. Why isn't any more going into the... Oh, probably because... Let's try one spot over, maybe? Is my fluid network full somehow? That could be a thing. Yep, my fluid stuff is full. Okay. That's why we can't absorb any of it. So let's shut off... Shut off brine. We don't need more brine. Okay. Yeah, we've got like over 1 billion millibuckets. We could probably let that get drained for a bit. Okay. Put that down there. Still isn't absorbing. I know it's like full, but it should be importing some, no? Maybe not. Yeah, we need more fluid drives. That's okay. Whoops, that went quick. We did get more liquid uranium oxides. Okay, so that is working. That's good to know. It's just we are literally full of fluids. We need to make... Okay. Well, I'll hard pivot on this, and we'll get back to more mechanism stuff next episode, where we're going to dive into actually getting the fission reactor running. We're going to top off the rest of the chemicals we need, specifically sulfuric acid, uranium hexafluoride, and hydrofluoric acid. Those aren't as difficult as they sound. The goal is fissile fuel, which we can burn in the reactor to get the polonium, but that might be a 2 or even 3 episode saga to do. There's also other tech I want to get into as we near our end game technology, particularly from something I really enjoy whenever it gets to be this late in the game. So we're gonna play with that. But for right now, I am gonna do some more refined storage grinding because the fluid disks take fucking forever to make. Oh, wait a minute. Will this help? It did very briefly. You see how quickly they fill up, though? The water pump's off. Don't know why it's still pumping water. Sure, that's fine. I might make a separate thing just for the water. Okay, I'm going to grind that stuff, and then I'll catch you guys in the next episode. But in the meantime, take care of yourselves. Thank you so much for spending time with me and hanging out. It always means the world to me. Seriously, it means more than you know. I deeply appreciate you. And every time you take the time to hang out with me while I do this dumb shit. So, happy to have you. Looking forward to seeing you next time. But like I said, in the meantime, take care of yourselves. Better than I did my fluid network. Okay, yeah, I love switching gears in the middle of... Alright, find... fluid. Oh boy. Bingo.